Welcome to Rave and Rant, where we praise the praiseworthy and roast the rest. Each episode, we dive into reviews and tips on businesses, health, products, and services that matter to you. Now, let's meet our dynamic hosts. Julian, a seasoned entrepreneur and tech enthusiast who keeps you ahead of the curve. And Olivia, our health and wellness expert with unfiltered takes on the latest trends. Together, they'll help you navigate what's worth your time and what's not. So sit back, relax, and get ready for an episode packed with honest opinions and valuable insights. This is Rave and Rant.
That energy bill giving you a fright again.
Right.
Makes you think twice about cranking up the heat, huh?
Yeah.
Finding an affordable way to heat our homes these days, let alone an eco-friendly one, it's a challenge.
It is.
So that's why we're diving into the world of electric heat pumps today.
Okay.
To see if they're worth all the hype.
You've hit on something really important, something that's both timely and impactful. And you're not alone in seeking information.
Right.
It seems like electric heat pumps are generating a lot of buzz these days.
It seems like it. You've got a stack of my research there.
I do.
Including this article from Larry Cook, Heating and Cooling.
Right.
But before we get into the nitty-gritty, can you give us a quick, breakdown of how these things actually work?
Okay, so imagine your refrigerator.
Okay.
It pulls heat from the inside. Yeah.
And releases it outside.
Right.
Keeping your food cool.
Right.
An electric heat pump does essentially the same thing, but for your entire house.
Wow.
So in the winter, it extracts heat from the outside air, even when it's cold, and uses it to warm your home.
Oh, wow, that's so cool.
And then in the summer,
it
reverses the process, acting like an AC unit.
Okay, so it's like a 2-for-1 deal.
Exactly.
That's pretty neat. But the article mentioned different types of heat pumps. What's the difference?
So there are 3 main types.
Okay.
Air source, ground source, and ductless mini splits.
Okay, got it.
Air source is the most common.
Okay.
And generally the most affordable option.
Makes sense.
Ground source, also known as geothermal.
Harnesses the Earth's consistent temperature for exceptional efficiency.
Okay.
But the installation can be quite an investment.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And finally, ductless mini splits are excellent for homes without existing ductwork.
Right.
Because they provide customized temperature control in individual rooms.
Oh, very cool. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest questions people have is about their effectiveness in colder climates.
Right.
Can they really handle a harsh winter?
Yeah, it's a common concern, for sure.
Right.
The article directly addresses this myth.
Okay.
And they offer a compelling example.
Okay.
Mitsubishi's hyperheating models.
I see.
These systems can maintain 100% efficiency, even when it's a frigid 0 degrees Fahrenheit.
Really?
Yeah, that's impressive.
And even at a bone-chilling negative 13 degrees,
oh my gosh,
they still operate at 75% efficiency.
Wow.
So yes, advancements in technology mean heat pumps can definitely handle their fair share of cold.
That's incredible. So they're more powerful than some people might think.
Yes.
But what about the kind of, elephant in the room, the costs?
Right.
Aren't heat pumps notoriously expensive to install?
It's true that the initial investment for a heat pump is typically higher than a traditional furnace.
Right.
However, it's important to remember that you're getting both heating and cooling in one system.
Right.
And the real magic lies in the potential for significant long-term savings on your energy bills.
So while the upfront cost might seem like a hurdle, the article makes a compelling case for long-term savings.
Exactly.
Let's dive into those numbers. What kind of difference are we talking about here? So the article provides a really helpful chart that breaks down the estimated annual savings based on the type of heating system you're replacing. For instance, if you're switching from an old electric furnace, you could save around $815 per year.
Okay, so that's not insignificant at all.
No, not at all.
What about other systems?
If you're currently using baseboard heating, you could be looking at close to $1,300 in annual savings.
Wow.
Even those using fuel oil or propane could potentially save hundreds by making the switch to a heat pump.
Now we're talking.
Right.
Saving money and reducing your carbon footprint?
Exactly.
That seems like a win-win to me.
Precisely. And that brings us to another key point highlighted in the article. The undeniable environmental benefits of heat pumps
Right.
Yes.
Tell us more about how making the switch can benefit the planet.
Unlike traditional systems that rely on burning fossil fuels,
Right.
heat pumps are powered by electricity. This means they have a significantly smaller carbon footprint compared to gas or oil furnaces.
Right.
And for the ultimate eco-conscious upgrade, you can pair your heat pump with solar panels.
Oh, wow.
Imagine heating and cooling your home using almost entirely renewable energy.
Yeah, that's what I call next-level sustainability.
Yeah.
We've covered a lot of ground here.
Right.
How heat pumps work.
Right.
Their effectiveness in cold climates.
Yes.
The potential cost savings. And their environmental benefits.
Right.
But let's be realistic. There are costs involved in making this switch.
You're absolutely right. Fortunately, the article does a good job of breaking down those costs while outlining the process of converting to a heat pump system.
Perfect. Let's unpack those details next. All right, let's talk numbers.
Okay.
If I decide to take the plunge and embrace the world of heat pumps, what kind of installation costs am I looking at?
So the article provides a helpful range for us to consider, including labor.
Right.
You can expect installation to fall somewhere between $3,000 and $8,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's an investment.
It is.
But manageable.
Right.
What factors influence where I might fall within that range?
So a few key things come into play.
Okay.
Naturally, the size of your home is a major factor.
Right.
Larger homes require more powerful systems, which can impact the cost.
Makes sense.
The type of heat pump also plays a significant role.
Okay.
Remember those ground source systems we discussed?
Yes.
While they offer incredible efficiency, the installation process, which involves digging trenches, can be more expensive.
Yeah.
And of course, any additional upgrades or modifications, such as a smart thermostat or improvements to your home's insulation, will also factor into the overall cost.
You're like building a custom suit, right? You want it to fit your needs perfectly.
Exactly.
But you mentioned incentives earlier. Can you tell me more about those?
Absolutely. This is where a little research can go a long way.
Okay.
Many federal, state, and even local programs offer incentives to encourage homeowners to transition to more energy-efficient systems like heat pumps. While the specifics vary depending on your location, these incentives can significantly offset the initial installation costs.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's great that there's support for making these sustainable choices.
Absolutely.
But let's say the stars align.
Okay.
And I'm ready to make the switch.
Okay.
What can I expect during the actual installation process?
This is definitely not a DIY project.
Okay.
Professional installation is paramount for ensuring everything is set up correctly.
Right.
And importantly, to determine the proper sizing.
Okay, sizing. I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Why is that so crucial?
Sizing is all about finding the perfect match for your home's heating and cooling needs.
Right.
If a system is too small,
it
has to work constantly, leading to higher energy bills and potentially reducing the lifespan of the equipment.
Right.
But here's the thing. An oversized system can be just as problematic.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
It will short cycle.
Okay.
Meaning it turns on and off frequently.
Oh, wow.
Wasting energy and putting unnecessary strain on the components.
So it's about finding that kind of Goldilocks zone.
Exactly.
Not too big, not too small, but just right.
Exactly.
What does that assessment process entail?
A qualified HVAC technician will conduct a thorough evaluation of your home, considering factors like insulation levels, potential air leaks, and even the orientation of your house to determine the optimal system and placement.
Wow, so they really take a personalized approach.
They do.
Once they've determined the best fit for my home. What are the next steps in the installation process?
First things first. They'll need to remove your existing heating and cooling system.
Right.
Once that's done, they'll install the indoor and outdoor units of the heat pump, connecting the refrigerant lines.
Okay.
That's the stuff that actually moves the heat around.
Right.
And do a final calibration to ensure everything is running smoothly and efficiently.
So it's a multi-step process.
Yes.
But like any good installation, precision is key.
It is.
Speaking of keeping things running smoothly.
Right.
What about maintenance?
Right.
Are heat pumps high maintenance systems?
One of the best things about heat pumps is that they're relatively low maintenance
okay.
compared to some other heating and cooling systems.
Yeah.
And the article you shared outlines some really helpful maintenance tips.
Okay, let's dive into those.
Yeah.
I'm all about maximizing the life of my appliances and systems and all that.
Right. Many of the tips are things you might already do.
Oh.
Like regularly inspecting the unit.
Okay.
Especially the outdoor component.
Right.
For any dirt, debris.
Right.
Or, let's be honest, the occasional bird's nest.
Yeah, of course. Why not?
Keeping those airways clear is essential.
Right. Out of sight, out of mind doesn't really work for maintaining a heat pump.
It does not.
What else should I keep in mind?
Changing the air filters regularly is another crucial task.
Okay.
The article recommends doing this every 1 to 3 months.
Okay.
Depending on usage and the type of filter.
Okay, so like changing the air filters in my house. Got it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Easy enough. Are there any other kind of maintenance must-dos that the article mentions?
They emphasize having a professional come out at least once a year.
Okay.
For a more thorough checkup.
Okay.
Think of it like a tune-up for your car.
Right.
They can spot any potential issues early on.
Okay.
Check refrigerant levels.
Right.
That's what actually carries the heat around.
Yeah.
And ensure everything is operating at peak efficiency.
Regular checkups.
Right.
Like going to the doctor, but for your heat pump.
Exactly.
I like it. That sounds pretty straightforward. What about those thermostat settings you mentioned earlier?
Yes. The thermostat, it's often overlooked.
Yeah.
But it plays a crucial role in both comfort and efficiency.
Okay.
While it might be tempting to crank the heat up or down for instant gratification.
Sure. Those extreme temperature swings can force your heat pump to work overtime.
Yeah, that makes sense. So what's a good rule of thumb for setting the thermostat?
It's less about a magic number and more about finding what feels comfortable for you.
Right.
While being mindful of energy consumption.
Okay.
The article suggests making small adjustments rather than drastic changes. Even a couple of degrees can make a difference over time.
Yeah.
And consider using a programmable thermostat to automatically adjust the temperature throughout the day.
Right.
So you're not heating an empty house.
Smart thermostats are amazing.
Yeah.
I'm all for automating anything that, helps me save energy and be greener and all that.
Yeah.
This has been incredibly insightful.
Oh, good.
We've demystified the inner workings of heat pumps, explored their kind of cost effectiveness, and even delved into the installation and maintenance aspects.
Right.
Is there anything else in the article that kind of stands out to you?
For all the technical details we've discussed,
yeah,
the article makes one point exceptionally clear.
Okay.
The best way to determine if a heat pump is right for you is to get a professional assessment of your home.
Makes sense.
Every home is unique.
Right.
And a qualified HVAC technician can look at your specific circumstances,
right,
your climate, your home's energy efficiency,
right,
your existing setup, and provide tailored recommendations.
So it's like getting a custom tailored suit.
Exactly.
You need an expert to take those measurements and find the perfect fit.
Exactly.
Well, listeners, we've reached the end of our deep dive into the world of electric heat pumps. Hopefully, you're feeling informed, empowered,
all right,
and ready to take the next step in your journey toward a more energy-efficient and comfortable home.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure joining you on this deep dive.
It's been great having you.
Thank you.
And, until next time, keep those energy bills low and your curiosity high.
Sounds great.
That's a wrap for this episode of Rave and Rant. We hope you found our insights helpful and thought-provoking. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast so you never miss out on our latest reviews and tips. If you enjoyed the show, please leave us a rating and review. It really helps us reach more listeners like you. Have a topic you'd like us to cover or something you want us to rave or rant about? Connect with us on social media or visit our website to share your suggestions. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, keep exploring what's worth your time and what's not. This is Rave and Rant, where we praise the praiseworthy and roast the rest.